Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Richmond. Down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second is Watson. Escaping the pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete to open things up.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 53 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Watson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means good.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Ryan, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. 3rd down here.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Watson, off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on it. But he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, it's Stephen Ridley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Hey, wait. Hey, 20. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Vick, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Watson going deep here for Edelman. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Ryan. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And running with power here. So that is 3 interceptions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. 23 yards on the play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was a touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, 53 yards, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it. And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Gets fielded in the end zone. They find some open field here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Down to the 25. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
21. Left.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Hunter Henry brings it in. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Williams will wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, he's going backwards. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
25. 22. 20. 20. 12.
Now Ryan on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
21.
On first down, Ryan. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases that they were able to exploit right there.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Gone, 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 gone.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's a screen to Ricky Williams. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground with Williams. And a nice spin into some open field. And he cut. Touchdown! Ricky Williams, 39 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Julius Peppers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On second down, here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
20.
On 1st and 10, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
21. Hey, South. Gun.
Again, Ryan. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Set. Green.
Now Jackson on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. A little 3-6 And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Ryan eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, it's Coleman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
11. Gun.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Gun.
Now Ryan on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
20, 20. Left. 20, 20. Got it. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
20, 20. Hey, stop.
Throwing again, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. First carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush one.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson on the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally put it into the